Hi, this sequence is going to be based on poses that you can do to help alleviate any lower back pain. It's something that a couple of my students have requested, so I thought I'd just put something together. It's very simple that you can do on a day-to-day basis to help. Back pain is very individual. It's well, like most injuries or aches and pains really, but just err on the side of caution. If something doesn't feel right, then don't do it, come out of it. But yeah, hopefully these aren't too taxing on the body, on the lower back, so they should hopefully help alleviate any pain that you might be suffering from then. So we're going to start laying on your back, okay? So if you do have any props, if you want to grab any blocks or straps or anything you might have to hand, then feel free to grab that, or pillows or anything that you might just, if you need a little bit of support. But as I said, we're going to start on your back. So coming down, start with your knees bent, and you can just take your feet as wide as the mat, dropping the knees together, okay? And what this does is, by bending the knees and bringing them up as opposed to having them flat, is that space between your lower back and the floor, it helps lessen that gap, okay? So it's putting less strain on the lower back. So bring the feet in, bring the knees together, and let's start with the hands resting on the belly, okay? So readjust the shoulders, get them nice and grounded, and close the eyes. Let's start with a long breath in through the nose. And a slow exhale through the mouth. And again, breathing in. Feel the chest rise. Exhale all the way down to the belly. Good. And now bring the lips softly together. And as we are focusing on the lower back in this sequence, I'd like you to take a few moments just to see how it's feeling today. Okay, so maybe it differs on the time of day, on how you're feeling. Maybe it depends on if you've done a particular activity, maybe you've done a lot of gardening or a lot of physical work or something. So just tune in and begin to notice how it is right now in this moment. Okay, we're trying not to live in the past or think about how we might be feeling tomorrow, just tuning into the present moment. And with the hands resting on the belly, see if you can just feel that rise in the belly as you breathe in. So that expansion coming up into the hands, and the exhale, the release back towards the spine. Inhale, rise in the belly. Exhale, release. And do that a few more times. Getting our breath flowing nicely for the practice. And then we're going to start to open the eyes and bring the knees in towards you. Now, depending on how your lower back is feeling will probably depend on how far you bring your legs in. So you might not want to squeeze them too close in. Maybe you just want a nice gap between the tummy and the thighs. Bring the hands to the knees or round in front of the shins. And you're going to take very gentle movements from side to side. Okay? And what we're doing is, by bringing the legs in closer, you're able to really massage that lower back down in towards the floor. Okay, maybe you want to pause on one side and then take yourself over to the other. But yeah, do it in your own time. Speed doesn't matter, whatever feels good for you. Okay, we're looking to get release from that lower back pain, so do what works for you. Okay, and then we're going to take the left leg down towards the floor. Okay, so maybe that could be bent, maybe it's extended. I'll just circle the ankle here. Get rid of any clicks or anything from the day. Take it in both directions. And then bring that left leg back in. Be very gingerly with the movement, so we don't want to rush anything. And we'll just take the other side. Again, moving it in both ways. And bring that right leg back in. Okay, we're going to come up to seated, so however that is easiest for you at the moment. So maybe you roll onto your side, maybe rock up on the spine, and then bringing yourself up into an all fours position. Okay, so you're moving into tabletop. We're stacking the shoulders above the wrists, the hips above the knees. We're relaxing the toes on the mat. Okay, spreading the fingers wide. We'll do a few rounds of cat and cow. Okay, so on the inhale, you want to drop the belly down so the back starts to arch. You can take your time with this. Okay, gaze up, exhale, push down into the hands, push out between the shoulder blades and release the head. Okay, inhale, moving up, bringing the shoulders back. Exhale, rounding. Okay, and what we're doing here is we're moving that tilt of the pelvis. So inhale, send the tailbone up, and on the exhale, we're rounding, taking it down towards the floor. So we're going to do this a few more times. Inhale, work in your own time, and then rounding with the exhale. And a couple more. And then after your next exhale, come back to a long spine. Okay, we're going to tuck the toes under and just sit back on the heels of the feet for a moment. So we've got a bit of a toe stretch here. Lengthen the arms away. Come as far down as feels comfortable. So that may be just here. If you can, then obviously feel free to go all the way down into a child's pose variation. Okay, taking your forehead to the mat. Bringing the gaze up between the hands. Bring the hands back in towards you as we come into downward dog. Okay, so lifting the knees, start to take the tailbone up. So here, the legs don't have to be straight. Okay, you can have a bend in the knees. Okay, press into the hands, spreading the fingers wide, but release the head so you've got the gaze coming towards the belly button. Okay, and as I say, you can have bent knees. Maybe have a go at pedaling the heels up and down. And a couple more here. Okay, and then gaze between the hands. We're going to walk the feet forward. Okay, so getting as much of a bend in the knees as you need to till you come into a forward fold. So we're going to come into ragdoll. Okay, hands to the elbows. Again, that bend in the knees can be as much as you need it to be. Okay, we're going to release the head, taking the crown down towards the floor. Good. Okay. Maybe have a little sway from side to side if that feels good. If that's not feeling right, just stay in the center. Okay, breathing in and out of the nose. A couple more breaths here. Maybe you want to start to release the hands down towards the floor. Maybe you want to keep them on the elbows, okay? See what's working. Good. And you're going to release. You're going to come back down onto your knees here, okay? This time release the toes and we'll come into child's. Okay, so knees can be together, or if it feels better for the back, you can take them wide. Again, it's very individual, so see how you feel. And we're going to settle ourselves down towards the mat, extending the arms away. Spread through the fingers. This is a bit more of an active child's pose, taking the forehead to the mat. Okay, close the eyes, take a few breaths in and out of the nose. a few more breaths here. And start to make your way back up onto all fours. Okay, we'll do a couple more rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, dropping the belly, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Okay, pause with that rounding through the shoulders. Sink the hips back towards the heels of the feet. We're not going all the way down, we're just rounding. And then back up into tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Keep that rounding. Settle the hips back. And one more time, into tabletop. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round. Bring the hips back towards the heels of the feet. As I say, don't have to go all the way down. And then back into tabletop. Okay, we're going to come back onto the floor on your back. So bringing yourself round. Okay. And we're going to do a spinal twist. So we're going to take both of the knees over towards the right. So this is where if you've got any cushions or blocks or anything with you, you can prop them underneath your legs. Okay, depending on how your back feels, maybe you need a couple of cushions to rest the legs onto. Maybe you just need one. Maybe you don't need any this evening or this morning, whenever you're practicing. Okay, just see how you feel. We want the shoulders grounding onto the floor. So again, you might, once you adjust your shoulders, you might realise that actually you do need a little bit more prop under the legs, so see how you go. And we're going to start with the legs going over towards the right and the head turning towards the left. So extend the left arm out, turn the head in that direction and close the eyes. Okay, the right hand, either rest it on your belly, you can take it on top of the knees. Okay, so the knees don't have to be pulled right in tight towards the chest. They don't have to be all the way up here. Okay, they are coming to wherever you're getting some release in that lower back. Okay, have a play around, see where it feels good. Okay, and close the eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Now soften. Feel that softness coming all the way down. So you want that softness releasing in the shoulders, through the legs. Yeah, coming up to center, over to the other way. Okay, maybe you've got a slightly different position with your legs here. Depends, okay? See how you go. Turning the head to the right this time. Breathing in nice and deep. Exhale, that image of softness. Visualize that softness traveling all the way through the body. Okay, especially if we are feeling tense within the body, we can hold our breath, and that's not going to help us, okay? We need to flow with the breath. And then bringing the knees back up to center. And we're going to draw them in towards the chest again. Again, see how you feel with the lower back. Either hands can be on the knees. Maybe you've got a strap, maybe you want the strap around the legs. Or you can hug them in as far as feels comfortable. And we're going to have another little gentle rock from side to side. Good. And then release. Take the feet down as wide as the mat again. Drop the knees together and bring the hands down either on the belly or next to the body, palms facing up. Okay. So stay here for as long as you want. Okay. Take some deep breaths. Close the eyes. Maybe put on some music and settle down. Okay. So I hope this has helped relieve any lower back tension you might be feeling. Maybe you feel quite good now and you're thinking, right, actually I'm going to have a little bit more of a practice. You can tune in. I've got a 25-minute chill practice on YouTube as well, so maybe you feel that you could do a little bit more now, but err on the side of caution, just see how you go. Alright, if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. There's new videos coming out every week. Thank you very much.